Greetings. This is a general reading for Virgo for the month of August in the year 2018. Well, Virgos, let's see what is going on here with my dear Virgos here. Let's see, Virgo, there's a lot going on. This is for some of you Virgos, not everybody, but the ones that this is pertaining to, you will definitely know that it's you. And so we're gonna see here what is going on here. You know this is tea time, right? So we have to have our cup of tea. There's nothing like a cup of tea. This cup of tea is for you, Virgo. Okay, Virgo, let's see what's going on here. For one thing, before I get started here, Virgo, what I'm picking up here, I see a Virgo here, and it's like you sitting on a gold mine. It's like you sitting on billions of dollars or something here you sitting on, and you just sitting on it. So, Virgo, this is a month here that you got to get up. You got to do what you got to do. It's like how my grandmama used to say, if you don't get up and do what you got to do, you're going to get a whooping. So Virgos, if you don't go and do what you need to do, you're gonna get a whooping. You don't want the universe to whoop you here. So you don't need to get a whooping. This is your time, Virgo. Here you sitting on something, and it's time for you to get it going now. I'm also seeing here too that I feel like that Virgo, you're gonna have dynamic relationships, and this is not just only talking about personal, romantic relationships. I'm talking about relationships with different people, different situations. That's why I say here, Virgo, some of you are sitting on a gold mine here. It's also saying you making some changes, and these changes you making here, it's like they quickly, these changes is coming about quickly. That's what that red is representing here. And these changes here are changes that you are going to love. These are some love changes that's going on. And some of you, like I say, it's in different areas here. I also see here, and it's like Virgos, you got an energy where you kind of been the curtains behind the scenes here, and now they calling you out, Virgo. And so now you're going to have to perform. You're going to have to get up, and whatever you setting on, you're going to have to let it out now. I'm also seeing here too that I feel like Virgo, they're going to call you out. You're going to have to perform, but you're going to give a performance that it's like a standing ovation kind of energy that I see that's here for many of you Virgos. I see a lot of you Virgos have been in like an emotional slump here, and so you coming out of that, it's more like an emotional sleep kind of vibration, and so you coming out of this sleep, Virgo, you wide awake here, this with this energy here. And so at one point, it's like, you were kind of like sitting, like I said, you've been sitting on something. So you moving now, this is moving now. So some of you Virgos here, you making moves, and these are moves that is, these not no little moves you making, these are some major moves. These are moves that they say can move mountains here. This is the kind of move you make. And some of you Virgos are really moving. You relocating. And I feel like the move is good. It's right. Everything is just right. You know how when you do something and it's just right, it feels right, it looks right, it is right. You know when you cook something and it's just perfect. Well, that's what this is with you, Virgo. I feel like that some of you have been stalling on making decisions. This is definitely your time to make your decisions. The decisions you're going to be making is the right decisions here for many of you Virgos. So Virgos, this is definitely your month here. And with all the powers that's going on in the cosmos, you right there among all of that power that's going on in the cosmos. I do see a Virgo here. You got a gentle spirit. So you making moves. You making changes here. You're doing it gently. You're doing it. You're not being mean spirit about things. You're just doing things on a gentle manner here. I'm seeing peace. I feel like that a lot of you Virgos are going to be part of the peace energy that is coming in very, very strong, very powerful. And this is the energy here where all of that negativity has to back up. It has to move out. This is the time, Virgo. This is you, Virgos. You spreading your wings. You are flying. You are not sitting around no more. You flying now. You expanding. So I do see a lot of expansion going on, and these are not little expansion. I see Virgos that's dealing with business, and I feel like that major expansions I see that's going on with business. So Virgos that has business, this could be small business, big business, whatever. I see that this is major expansion that's going to be going on here with many of you in your business here. I do see Virgos. Some of you Virgos are going to be writing a book. I do see here you've been talking about it, but now you're getting ready to finish it. Now you're getting ready to make it happen. And that's going to be very good here too. I see a Virgo. This is like a singer or entertainer here. And this is time for you to go to the next level. This is time for you to get, some of you are going to get discovered. Some of you are going to get rediscovered. But you got that energy on you also. It's saying here, Virgo, you forgot who you were. And you getting ready to remember who you are, and everybody else is getting ready to see who you really are. So remember I said you was like behind the curtain, behind the scenes. You're not going to be behind the scenes no more. You coming out now, and you letting it be known. And this is leadership. You coming out as a leader, as a powerhouse leader that's here. It's like, you're a force. That's what I'm hearing. It's saying, Virgo, you are definitely a force. And I'm picking up Virgo. Pisces keep trying to come in here. I keep trying to hold it back. But Pisces keep trying to come in this conversation. Pisces dealing with power. You dealing with force. That sounds like an explosion to me. That's there. So there is some energy going on there. I also see here too where I feel like Virgo, you are doing a lot of teaching, nurturing. A lot of people are listening and understanding what you are saying, what you are doing here. And you got a strong victory. This is not a little victory. This is a big victory energy. Virgo, I see you on top of the mountain. I see a Virgo here that I keep picking up like a rainbow, some rainbows are like light, and then some of them are like really deep. The colors are really deep. Well, this is deep. So Virgos, I feel like that whoever this rainbow Virgo is, you are deep. And I mean, what you're going to be involved in is going to be deep. But it's saying here, don't investigate, check out things yourself. You're a leader. This is saying you're a leader. So you're not just following what other people say. You're not following. You a trailblazer, Virgo, and that's what you're doing. So that's you coming out. I keep seeing you coming from behind the scenes here. You right there. I'm also seeing here too that I feel like a lot of you Virgos are nurturers. It's like you know how to fix things. You know how to make things happen. And so it's like it's going on. I'm also seeing here too where I feel like that very wise. This is a very wise card here. And I'm talking about spiritually wise. So a lot of you Virgos, it's like, you kind of like, okay, I know I'm spiritually wise. I know that. It's no big deal. But yes, it is a big deal, Virgo. And you getting ready to see that it's a big deal, and everybody else is getting ready to see here too. I'm also seeing here too where I feel like that there's been some Virgos here where some of you is going to be getting into some relationships and stuff that, I mean, there's some real deal stuff going on here. Some of you is in relationships, and you going to, that relationship is going to a whole different level. So I see some real deal relationships. I see some real deal romantic relationships, but I also see some real deal Relationships could be partnerships, business, whatever partnerships here that I see that's going to be going on. I keep picking up somebody, and I keep hearing oil. So somebody, it's a Virgo, very powerful Virgo that's dealing with oil here. I feel like that this is going to be some real powerful situation that's here. I feel like that it's almost like you've been sitting there, standing there, and there, and nobody been paying you no attention. And you just, you know how you walking down the street and this big old pit bull or something, or a bear or something, and you ain't even see it. You just walking, and then all of a sudden when you get there, you just look up and like, oh my God, where did that come from? Well, that's the energy. That's the energy. It's a see there, that Pisces. I kept killing you, Pisces. Keep trying to slip in, but Virgo. It's saying you overcoming difficult. It's no difficulty. It's nothing that's going to get in your way. I'm not trying to sound cocky with this, but ain't nothing going to be able to get in your way. And also, because you are learning and teaching at the same time, you are also going to show other people how to get around and stop difficulties from interfering with their process of progress here. There's a lot of spirituality going on here. So there's a lot of connection. Some of you Virgos might not even be aware of the spiritual energy, spiritual connection, spiritual power. And the ones of you that are aware of it, it's saying all of this is in divine order. So some of you Virgos here, I'm trying to hold back this Pisces, but some of you Virgos here, I feel like that you are going to things are going to be fair, but I also see some of you Virgos going to be dealing with a Libra. And I do feel good energy with a Libra. So whatever, if there's some contracts that's going to be signed here, and I feel like the contracts are going to be fair. And you know, marriage, that's a contract. So there's something also, Virgos, that you're going to be dealing with the Libra vibration. But this is an excellent time for many of you Virgos. I mean, it's not just, this is like Virgos, you got courage that is like unbelievable. This is like, universal kind of, this is like X-Men kind of courage that I see that's here. It's also saying here too, where I feel that there's a Virgo's going to be doing something with nature. I feel like that you are going to be helping nature, something here that I feel like you could be doing with the nature energy. You can also be helping with the destruction that's going on with nature. You can help heal it, stop it in some kind of way. But there's this force. I keep hearing, Virgo, you're a force. You're a force, a very powerful force here. Well, if you would like to get more into detail, Virgos, my contact information is below the video, and you can contact me. And as you know, this is tea time, True Prediction Tea. This cup of tea is for you, Virgo. Oh, excuse me. Look at the force. She's popping out already. Okay. Thank you, Virgo.